3 years or so since the Bears have been swept by a Hockey East team here, and so folks around here are not used to it. And it hasn't happened yet. The Bears do have some work to do. Pasucci drives it in on King, and Carney takes over. Ahead, intercepted by BC. Farley can't gain control of the puck. Carney knocks it to the corner. Farley tries to take a shot from a desperate angle, and it goes wide. On it is Rathbone with Straub. Down they go, and Tomberlin takes over, and we've got a whistle as the puck was moved ahead with a hand pass.
We have a hand pass. Straub tried to just get it up to Justin Tomberlin to get it out of the zone. Bozeman, Montana. You don't see many hockey players come out of Bozeman, Montana, but he is a transfer from North Dakota.
Right.
And he sat out last year, and he's playing strong for Maine this year, and Shawn's real happy with his play so far.
I should also point out he is the Golden Hammer winner for the road trip out west, as Coach Lichtenberg and company passed on the Golden Hammer to the hockey team a week or so ago, and Straub was the first winner of that award for the best hit of the game.
At defense for Boston University, a sophomore from Espoo, Finland, number 2, Peter Ahola. At defense for Maine, a junior from Pawtucket, Rhode Island, number 7, Keith Carney. At defense for Boston University, a freshman from Bristol, Connecticut, number 11, Scott LaChance. At defense for Maine, a senior from Bozeman, Montana, number 23, Brian Straub. At left wing for Boston University, a freshman from Medford, Massachusetts, number 24, Keith Kachuk. At left wing for Maine, a sophomore from Lachine, Quebec, number 27, Martin Mercier. At center for Boston University, a junior from Waltham, Massachusetts, number 15, Shawn McEachern. At center for Maine, a junior from Natick, Massachusetts, number 14, Dave Lacouture. At right wing for Boston University, a senior from Haverhill, Massachusetts, number 10, Ed Ronan. At right wing for Maine, a junior from Westboro, Massachusetts, number 25, Steve Tepper. And in goal for Boston University, a sophomore from Canetta, Ontario, number 1, Scott Cashman. And in goal for Maine, a junior from Wrentham, Massachusetts, number 30, Garth Snow. The Terriers.
Bench, Brian Straub is Bob Norton's guest. Bobby?
Thanks, David. Brian, it's been pretty hot and heavy for a preseason game. How's it feel to be defense and in front of a young freshman goaltender?
It feels great. Everyone's working hard so far. He's playing good nets. They got a ton of speed coming at us, and we're doing well so far, so it feels really good.
Coach says you got to get rid of some of those summer hockey, not you, but the team's got to get rid of some of those summer hockey mistakes.
Yeah, everyone's thinking offense too much. Everyone's got to tighten up on D, work hard, and that's the main thing right there. Offense will come.
Brian, Del Judas is gone. You got a freshman goaltender, sophomore goaltender in the nets. What's that mean for the defensive team?
We got to try not to let them get any shots around the front of the net. Keep them out of the front so you can see the puck. And that's about it. Just everyone has to tighten up defensively.
How's your conditioning? You winded yet?
Not too bad. That's all right.
Brian Straub there, veteran defenseman. Back up to you, David, on the rush by Guerin.
Bill Guerin moving in, broke it up, and a save by Dunham. Guerin was tied up a little bit by Keith Carney as he tried to move in, and actually he was checked and bouncing puck. difficult time for Guerin to get to the main dressing room and see what Shawn Walsh is saying to his players.
Go on, boys.
Good Mike. Good job.
Hey, a great period for us. Great period to learn what it takes to play at this level. Michael, hell of a period. We were disorganized and you kept us right in it. Now we got a chance to come back and win the hockey game and get our feet wet. First thing you can see, it's a heck of a different speed than last week. And some guys are coping with it and some guys aren't, okay? By and large, the biggest single thing is that the puck carrier, we're relying too much on individual efforts because people aren't anticipating. What's happening is guys going up the ice one-on-one and there's just people 50 feet away watching them. You got to get up with them. We got to get 5 people together as we go up and down the ice. It's all individual efforts right now. And, you know, somebody might turn a guy inside out, but he's got nobody to give it to, okay? And the second thing, and Red harped on it all week, we don't talk. We don't talk. One of the guys comes to the bench yelling because he didn't get a pass, and he should have passed it to a guy. But that's going to happen at this speed. You got to learn. You've got to talk, okay? Now, it's one thing to have aggression and to hard work. And I've been talking about Martin's hard work all training camp. But you know what? It wasn't smart work. Guerin had 2 minutes for elbowing. Folks, he's coming off. He says, hey, Shawn, just tell you're 27. He's got to learn. Guerin had an easy elbow. No question he was going to be in the box. Martin couldn't handle himself, and it cost us. That's 2 penalties he's cost us. And if it continues, he can't play. Simple as that. It's one thing to work hard. It's another thing to work smart. But I knew we were going to run around in the first half. There was no question in my mind. I've been pleasantly surprised by some other guys. This isn't a rag-muffin team you're playing. You're playing a heck of a hockey club. Okay? So let's relax and let's learn from it. We'll talk in about 5 minutes about what we can do to get better.
All right, interesting. Shawn Walsh and the...
Gives Kinger all kinds of credit for helping him in that part of his game.
Like having a third defenseman out there, Dale.
All right, 55 seconds now left on the Maine power play. Robitaille is out there with Montgomery and Downey, Carney and Straub. This is Brian Straub in front, shoots, score! Jim Montgomery was all alone.
Brian Straub anticipated that one all the way up the ice. He broke right in, and Jimmy Montgomery took a hard check at the center zone and went right to the net where he's supposed to go, and Straub just sent it right down to him.
You know what I can't believe is that the Bears have 3 goals by 3 defensemen.
You can see him, he just anticipated that so nice, and Jimmy Montgomery put that one in. We'll have to give Brian Straub an assist on that one.
I take that back, you're right. Montgomery gets the goal, Straub gets the big assist. Great pass.
Laker defenseman let Jimmy Montgomery walk right in behind him, and he's all alone.
And for Montgomery, that is goal number 12 on the year.
For University of Maine, Black Bears. Now the starting lineups for the Merrimack Warriors. At left wing, a freshman from Moncton, New Brunswick, number 11, Rob Atkinson. At center, a sophomore from Montreal, Quebec, number 16, Dan Gravel. At right wing, a junior from Swampscott, Massachusetts, number 8, Jeff Massey. On defense, a junior from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, number 2, Matt Henches. On defense, a senior from Edmonton, Alberta, number 20, Doug Gretzchek. And in goal, a junior from Montreal, Quebec, number 35, Yannick Gosselin. The Warriors are coached by Ron Anderson. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight marks the final regular season game at the Alfond Arena for one UMaine senior. After transferring from North Dakota, he scored 7 goals and added 14 assists in 47 games last season with the Black Bears. This season, he has helped trigger the nation's top power play team and has logged considerable ice time on Maine's top defensive pairing. He now has 6 goals and 20 assists for 26 points this season, including his first collegiate hat trick versus Merrimack 2 weeks ago tonight. Earlier this season, he was named to the all-tournament team of the Dexter Hockey Classic. A Dean's List student majoring in computer science, please welcome from Bozeman, Montana, number 23, Brian Straub.
Well, only 4 teams in the country have won 30 games this year. You're going to see 2 of the 4 tonight, so it's great college hockey playoff action. And Scott Smith, let's set the scene a little bit by taking a look at a couple of the players. First of all, for the Gophers, number 14, a sophomore, Trent Klatt.
Well, Trent Klatt, he's a big, strong sophomore, 6'1", 200 pounds. Minnesota's got some real powerful forwards out there, and Maine defense is going to have their hands full.
And meanwhile, for the Black Bears, the lone senior on the team is defenseman Brian Straub, injured in the Hockey East playoffs. He played last night. Good to have him back.
Well, it's definitely good to have Brian back. He's a leader back there, like we said, the lone senior, and he's really got to take charge and run that defensive squad tonight.
Well, there will be changes in goal for both teams. It'll be Garth Snow going for Maine. That's what's left in this series if Maine can hold on. The Bears would go to 32 wins on the year, but more importantly, they would go to St. Paul. And Brian Straub skates around Alphon for his final time. He's the lone senior on this team, but it won't be the last time he's in a Bears uniform, because it looks like the Bears are going to play next Thursday at the St. Paul Civic Center. We keep an eye on the clock for you. Now 1:03 to go. Newman is back in the net. Barkley moves in, hauled down. Robitaille's backhander sticked away by Newman. 55 seconds left now in the third period, as Peterson takes over for the Gophers, and Maine will let him have it. 40 seconds to go. Here comes Peterson. Gains the zone. Straub takes him to the corner. Centering pass, jumps up in the air. A half a minute left. Carney moves in with Barkley and Pellerin. Can't control the puck. Behind the net, it's Pellerin. Continues to work hard. 19 seconds to go. Maine will sweep the Golden Gophers. The puck is loose. And now here comes the countdown. 8 seconds and counting. Pack your bags. The Bears are Minnesota bound for the Final Four.
across and really eliminated anything that Roy could have done.
Hiller in the corner for Northern Michigan, looking for Beatty, but his pass goes awry. Wawrinka keeps it in for the Wildcats. Into the center ice, this is Roy. 13 seconds left on the Northern Michigan power play, but Roy, and it's a score! Roy jumped in and hit the goaltender Pye. The puck went right under Pye and into the net, and Pye, of course, was out of the crease, and shorthanded Maine has tied this game up. What a goal.
They may be fluke goals at times, but when you have a three-man collision like right here, there's not much you can do. Wawrinka is just going to try and pinch him outside, knows he's beat by his stride, so just tries to slow him down. Pye comes out trying to spear it loose, and due to the collision, it just squirts through.
Roy, he uses his speed. Wawrinka is holding him up with a stick, tying him up, but Roy just got enough of the blade to keep the momentum of the puck going forward, and Pye was victimized there.
Helpless.
Yeah.
And it's 1-1. At 19-11, a great time of the period for a goal by the trailing Black Bears.
So Shawn with his second shorthanded goal this year ties it up for the Black Bears of Maine. Now remember, center ice now. Carney gets back on it for Maine, dumps it back out to center. And the Black Bears reorganize. This is Straub. Ryan Straub lugging it in over the blue line. Deep in the zone, right in front. The shot is taken, and a save. Mike Barkley was right in front, and Pye had to save the bacon there.
Well, the defenseman on the play for Northern, Steve Carpenter, didn't have him tied up very well. Straub's the defenseman. He elects to rush the puck into the zone. He takes a glance across, and you see the man there all alone. Carpenter had to tie up his stick, but couldn't do it. We talk about key saves. Bill Pye is really earning his oats here today.
Ryan Straub, the big defenseman for Maine, from Bozeman, Montana, the unlikely site. College hockey player.
Evel Knievel's from? Is he out there somewhere?
Somewhere. Snake River Canyon, I think, gobbled him up. Here comes Northern Michigan. And taking Hiller over the blue line, tries to leave it for Beatty, doesn't go, and coming back up the other way is Montgomery. Montgomery carries in, 18 seconds left, he's tied up. Murphy can't get it loose. Montgomery finally does. He's got a man at the point in Straub. Can't get it there, though, and Northern Michigan excellent at covering up in their own zone in this period. Downey behind the net, 4 seconds left. Straub just got to turn and shoot. He does, and Pye with the save. That was a legitimate shot by Straub. It was on net. And at the end of the second period, the Northern Michigan Wildcats skate off with a 3-2 lead. We'll be back with more intermission activities in just a moment as Prime Network continues its hockey coverage.
Probably told him, look, we're not having luck bringing it into the zone. Let's try dumping it in and see what happens.
Montgomery controls the face-off for Maine, and the Bears do dump it in. Tony's all by his lonesome for a moment behind the net to Montgomery. Montgomery leaves it for Brian Downey. Downey can't control it, and I'll tell you, that's a big play because Jim Hiller said thank you very much and cleared it down the ice. Here come the Bears almost immediately back on side. Waugh, he couldn't control, but this is Straub. Straub gets it to Downey. He's in front to Waugh. They score! What a play! Shawn Waugh gets the pass from Downey, and it's a 3-0 hockey game. Power play goal.
Third goal of the game for Shawn Waugh. You can tell that line has played together a few times. Clearing efforts are blocked. A couple of Northern players are caught up high, so immediately they come down low. Downey to Waugh, cruising up to the slot. He's uncontested. He knows there was a traffic jam back up at the top of the blue line, right there. And as that seam opens up down the middle, it's an easy pass for Downey. And boom, we have a tie hockey game.
Waugh from Downey and Straub at 10:39 on the power play. And we are tied at 3 with 9